Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Now guys, let's take a look at the gold market. Today we have the gold related, since on the forex market we have taken a look at the Australian dollar. Here we again take a look at the gold. So on the daily chart we did not see significant changes. I just have updated a bit these levels because market has created a new low with the 1078, probably 1077. So on the daily chart we're mostly keep the same analysis. So in the medium term perspective we expect that gold will drop further, because if we'll take a look at the weekly chart you'll see this butterfly, not this butterfly, that's old butterfly, I mean this big butterfly. I will show you, you probably remember it from our weekly analysis, and we see the fast acceleration right to the 127 target. It means that sooner or later, but market if even will show some bounce, but it's not the fact that this will happen, but after any bounce that will happen here, market probably will continue to the next destination is 1618 target that stands approximately at 1040 area. That very close to our next target is 1050, and we think that this probably will happen. We do not expect any changes on the gold market till September Fed meeting, because this event will coincide with the important moments. First of all, the rate hike could trigger the rally on the gold market, because as you know, this well-known proverb is you should sell on the rumors and buy on the fact. So it means that major part of the rate hiking is already was priced in the gold, and that's why very significantly gold will depend on what comments will be at the moment of the rate hike, and what degree rate hike will happen to. So it will be 25 points, or maybe it will be the 50 points. We do not know. Besides, on the September, the Fed could hint on the possible continuation and the new rate hiking in the November, for example. If this will not happen, this will be quite another story. That's the first moment. The big volatility and big changes which probably will come on September. And the second moment, in August, it will be the end of the bearish seasonal trend on the gold market, and the gold will turn to the seasonal bullish trend. This will be the period of the harvest and period of the wedding and the Asian in India, and so this moment is usually treated as the starting of the bullish seasonal trend on the gold market that will last till the February, when this will be the New Year holiday in the China. So that will be the point where big changes could happen. Until this moment, hardly we will see any drastic changes. Right now, with the data that we get from the China, and the economy is chilling, and that leads to further depression on the commodities, not only on the gold but on the crude oil as well, on the iron ore and so on. So that is press on the market. Besides, right now market has no really support from the real purchase from the investors, and as you can see the statistics from this PDF fund that investors are leaving the gold market and selling. So that's why till September we probably will see the further drop in the gold market to the next target, and probably the 1050, because it stands just the 30 pips lower. It's not the 30 bucks lower. That's not really very significant distance for the gold market. Probably we'll see it. But in the short-term perspective, we'll take a look at the daily chart. Here we still continue to watching for possible Jordan application. If it will be the bread and butter sell, that will be absolutely logical, since we expect continuation with this butterfly, and at the same time this is the 127 is the butterfly extension, so some retracement in respect of this level could happen. And from that standpoint, the appearing of the brand body here seems absolutely logical. But currently, guys, we still do not have any patterns, we do not have clear patterns that could suggest that this should happen right now. So what we see here, take a look at our former analysis on the possible starting of the retracement right from this point has failed, or better to say it has started. And that's why, as you can see, we every time call you to move your stop to the break even. So if you have taken long position here, you probably have made some profit, or at least lose nothing, since here we have called you for moving your stop to the break even. But mostly speaking, it has failed because market hasn't reached and hasn't completed this ABCD pattern to the upside. But instead of that, after this solid drop, maybe we will get this free drive buy. Here you should understand, guys, that here we do not call you for taking the long position. So if you're a scalp trader, you could take our analysis into consideration, but since this is mostly the daily update, we mostly focus on the trading on the daily chart, and from the daily perspective we need to see level to sell into. And for us, the appearing of the brand body is more significant and more important than any three drive buy or something of that sort on the hourly chart. We use this pattern only as the explanation of the possible retracement. So whether retracement will start or not, and that's the pattern that potentially could trigger this retracement. And also, guys, take a look that this was minor wash and rinse of these lows. So market has penetrated these lows, returned back up. So maybe market could start some upward action. Just remind you that minimum target of the brand body is top of the second drive. So market pattern treats as the work properly if market will move above the second drive. This is 1618 free drive. So the second stands at 1618 of the first. The third one stands at 1618 of the second. That's also proper ratio for the free drive. It could be, as you know, 127, 1618, or it could be purely 1618 pattern. So, but as market looks really heavy and fragile in any upward action, and the pressure right now on the gold market is really significant, we are not sure that we will get any meaningful bounce here. That's why we do not call you for taking any long. If you feel the confidence, if you think that's really could happen, and you could take our analysis into consideration, maybe it will be useful for you. But our major task is to sell here, and our major focus here is to get good level for selling. That's why we're watching for the possible continuation, bearish continuation patterns. That is brand buy as well. So brand buy sell as well. So let's see what will happen. But maybe today, when we do not see any real activity, since today is Friday, and we have got this really tremendous drop on the current week. So maybe investors could turn to the fixing some profit, or just will be flat in today's session. So let's see what will happen.